All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our runners ready for Super Banana Mania here, our 2v2 Lockout Bingo. Runners, you want to introduce yourselves?
Deadline, you want to start your Discord order?
Yeah, sure. Hi everyone, my name is Deadline. I am a Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania speedrunner, and I'll be on Team Red for this 2v2 Lockout Bingo. I'm really excited for this.
Hello everyone, I'm iswimfly. I am also a Banana Mania speedrunner. I mainly do RTA, real-time attack, but I also do some individual level stuff. I'm going to be joining Deadline on Team Freeiff, the Team Red, and I'm just super excited to be here.
Nice.
Hello, hi, I'm Peter. Petresing. I'll be on Team Teal, Team Blue. Yeah, I'll be playing with my good friend Slosh, who is here too.
Hey everyone, I'm Slosh, and as Peter mentioned, I'll be on Teal Team Rollvasion. I run this game a lot, mostly RTA categories, but I have been doing a fair amount of ILs recently as well.
And I am Helix, obviously not playing in this bingo, but I have many world records in this game. Little bit of bragging there. And I will be commentating this 2v2 showdown.
Yeah, we were kind of chatting in the pregame room. This is kind of like the Elite Four is playing the game, and then we've got the champion of Pokemon, Helix, on comms.
Bingo champion.
I will humbly accept this. That's an honor, to be sure. So the format is 2v2 Lockout Bingo. There will be, the usual bingo card, 25 objectives. Essentially, the first team to 13 objectives will win, because once one team completes an objective, the other team cannot take it. So 13 objectives is the majority, and at that point, the other team cannot win.
Banana Mania Bingo has a few different types of goals overall. We've got collectible goals, I like to call them, where you have to do a certain number of stages in a certain way, which is sometimes you have to use one of the warp goals, green or red, collecting a certain number of bananas on stages, or just playing a certain number of specific stages. There's the individual level goals, which are complete a certain level in a certain way, just but it's one level. You'll see some of these which are perfect clears, which we have to collect every single collectible on the stage, depending on the character. That'll depend on the collectible that it is, but every single tile will say bananas because those are generally the universal ones. And then there's the category goals, which are to complete a certain collection of levels all in a specific way. Those are sometimes you'll see complete a world in story mode, complete SMP2 normal extra stages, which means to play the extra stages of the SMP2 normal category. Those are generally the main archetypes of the goals you'll see on this card.
We should also probably figure out which characters we'll be using. I know there was a bid war for that.
There was. So Sonic was our winner with $50.
Awesome.
Wow.
Gotta go.
Who was in second place?
Second place, I'm grabbing for you right now because I was a dork and I scrolled past the window.
Mood. I've been there.
Second place will be... Oh, come on, don't scroll past it. That's rude. My browser's not helping me.
The suspense. That's alright.
Suspense is killing me.
Who is it gonna be?
I feel like I already might know who it is.
I think I know.
Oh, I hope it's Sonic.
Oh, true.
I hope
It
it's
is
Sonic.
Kiryu.
Kiryu.
Ooh,
Kiryu
Kiryu.
Kazuma, that's awesome.
We get Sonic and Kiryu. That's exciting.
So for Team Red, I'll be playing as Sonic, and I think Deadline wanted to play as Kiryu. We were looking at that bid war before things started.
Yeah, Slosh, you like Sonic. You can go for Sonic. I'll be Kiryu.
Alright, sounds good to me.
I'm ready whenever, by the way. Let's get
I'm
to
also
bingo.
ready whenever. Whenever
Ready?
we're ready,
Yeah.
we can shove the teams into Team A and B.
Yeah, I was about to say, we need to get y'all out of here, get into your team
Secrets.
voice channels.
Secret
Yeah,
team
true.
channel.
Before we get up put into the voice channels. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
Yes. Good luck.
Moved out of the channel during saying good luck. iswimfly's final words. Alright, they are now in their respective channels. I'm ready. I think they're all ready. I guess I don't know how we're counting down, because they can't hear us now. I imagine they're looking at the waiting room chat. Alright, Deadline and iswimfly and Peter and Slosh have all said ready for countdown. Exciting stuff.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go.
And they should be off. The card has been revealed. Apologies for some of these goals are a little bit squished, a little bit hard to read. But I will go over them as they come up. Both sides are just picking characters. I see iswimfly and SlosherWailord getting started immediately. Slosh going to World 1, iswimfly going to World 4. And you might be thinking, Helix, why are they starting in the middle of story mode? This is because, well, first of all, practice mode is completely banned. Otherwise, that would make this entirely trivial. But story mode is really long. It takes like half an hour to get to the end of it. So we have broken story mode up into sort of 3 main parts. So you can start from World 1, World 4, or World 8. Otherwise, just getting to late story mode would be incredibly unbalanced. It would take so long. Other than that, you can start from any of the challenge mode difficulties. So there is casual, normal, expert, and master for Monkey Ball 1 and Monkey Ball 2. And there are also a bunch of special modes. Reverse mode, Golden Banana mode, Dark Banana mode, Deluxe mode, and Original Stage mode. A few of these special modes we can also start partway through because they're longer, namely Deluxe mode, Golden Banana mode, and Original Stage mode. And so, that's about it for the most important rules. Again, practice mode is banned. You cannot jump directly to any level. iswimfly going for this Beehive goal, which is to touch the goal of Beehive, return, and touch the starting platform, and then get into the goal. With 32 or higher on the timer, and Swimfly has completed it already. That is an extremely difficult goal, so... But that's also huge for their team. Team Freeiff, if you will, versus Team Rollvasion. There's a command in my chat and in Peter's chat called Oopster, and it takes 2 stage names from the Monkey Ball series and mashes them together, so that's how we got Freeiff and Rollvasion. And it's a good time. Let's see, petresing, meanwhile, in SMB1 Master, along with Deadline, so they're actually racing through that. Swimfly now going for triangle holes using the rails. Normally on triangle holes you would want to just hold up. It's actually a hold up stage. You hold up and you will complete it. You are not supposed to complete it by using the rails. That is not intended, but it is something you can do, and it's an extremely difficult challenge, so we put it in the bingo because it's a really neat thing to do, and it comes very early because you can start from World 4, but it's very difficult. Swimfly about to second try this. I don't know if it was actually second try, but either way, wow. That is so impressive how quickly Swimfly just did that. That's really hard. That is very difficult to do. So Swimfly has now completed 2 extremely difficult goals. Giving Team Freeiff a huge advantage to start this bingo. That was incredible. SlosherWailord, meanwhile, about to complete World 1. Deadline, meanwhile, has completed Stamina Master intended, so 3-0 already in favor of Team Freeiff. An interesting choice from World 1 is now complete from Slosh. Interesting choice by petresing to not do Stamina Master intended when he was over in SMB1 Master, although I do see complete SMB1 Master, so he will almost for sure beat Deadline to that. So we see one of these counting goals that iswimfly alluded to earlier with perfect clear 10 stages. I imagine Deadline would be perfect clearing Spring Master. That's just a really easy one to do. But it will be interesting to see who is able to route in a bunch of perfect clears. I see iswimfly and Slosh both in SMB2 Master at the moment. I also want to point out that all of these players, no, even Peter, they all have some mods. Peter doesn't have all of the mods because he's a little bit concerned about his game possibly crashing, which is fair. But it should be fine for everybody. There are some texture mods. Kiryu and Sonic here both have teal skins, meanwhile Kiryu and Sonic on the other team have red skins, just to help denote which team you are watching. There are also some other mods, some UI enhancements. If you're looking at Slosh's screen, you might see that the in-game timer is in a different spot than it is on petrezink's screen. That is part of the mod. These mods are all legal in speedruns, so nothing shady going on here. These mods are all absolutely fine to use. Petresink completing Dodge Master. Right as Deadline gets to it. This SMB1 Master Race is pretty close. Oh, is Perfect Clear Bridge Master on here? Because it looks like that's what Peter's doing. We call Petresink Peter very often in the community. Meanwhile, both players in SMB2 Master on Passage. I don't think I've ever seen this before. SMB1 Master and SMB2 Master both being played by both teams. I've never seen that happen. That's neat. Petresink has a perfect cleared Bridge Master. It is now 2-3, still in favor. Ooh, 2-4 now. In favor of Team Freeiff, as iswimfly has just perfect cleared Passage. Slosh sees this and immediately gets out of SMB2 Master. Knows that iswimfly is ahead of them there. Oh, Swimfly is also leaving. There's nothing else to complete there. Let's see where they go. I think Slosh is going for that escape from paraboloid goal. I saw them start at deluxe mode number 33 Cliff. That is the alternate starting point for deluxe mode. We broke it up into 2 spots. You can either start from stage 1 or stage 33. Meanwhile, Swimfly hopping into SMB2 normal. Maybe gonna get some green goals. Complete SMB2 normal extra, might go all the way to that. Maybe we'll see some perfect clears along the way. But yeah, Slosh is almost certainly going to escape from Paraboloid. Slosh has speedrun a lot of deluxe mode, and Paraboloid is a big bonus stage. It's like a big box, and you have to get out of that box in order to save time, because that stage does not have a goal on it. But in bonus stages, if you time out or fall out, then you just move on to the next stage, and doesn't cost anything. So that was a long-winded way of saying on bonus stages we want to escape as quickly as possible. But escaping from Paraboloid is quite tricky. That's why it's a bingo goal. Deadline now playing through Dark Banana Mode. Because clear Dark Banana Mode is, in fact, on this card. Alright. Dark Banana Mode is a really unique mode in this game where you must complete 10 stages without touching any of these bananas. You see they're really weird dark purple bananas. If Deadline touches any of these, then he must restart the level that he is on. Slosh on Paraboloid. Should be able to escape it, hopefully before the timer runs out. Not always the case, but the community as a whole has gotten a lot better at that strat recently. Oh, Slosh is completely off cycle now, though. You want to be lined up from corner to corner, basically, and build some speed. Slosh is just going to retry. That's probably a good call. That was going off the rails. iswimfly about to take a green goal here on Inchworms. Up in the top left corner of your screen. Petresink, meanwhile, playing through SMB2 Expert. I'm a little surprised nobody has gone there yet. There's 21 through 30 Warpless to complete. There's another thing there. Punched Seesaws. There's also Pachinko. So this Pachinko goal, you can see the stage is sort of like a Plinko machine. And Peter must collect 10 bananas and then finish in the goal to complete this bingo objective. Very unique objective. It's actually a sort of a holdover. Oh no, this is not good for him. He's so far down. If he can just somehow gather enough speed to get back up and get that last collectible. He's got it. Good save. Now he just needs to finish in the goal. These bumpers are not helping him out. There it is. Fantastic save to complete that objective for Team Rollvasion. That was really impressive, actually. Deadline, meanwhile, in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, playing one of the hardest stages in the game, Twin Basin. These bananas are all placed in such a way to where you must be very, very precise in order to complete this stage at all. So it is normal for people to take many tries on Twin Basin. This is not a lack of skill at all, I promise you. Oh, that was so close. Slosh in the bottom right corner of your screen now, going into SMB1 normal. There was something here. Probably going to play Exam B. Exam B is stage 17 of SMB1 normal. And that goal is touch goal, return to start, and then finish. And that is in the rightmost column in the middle. Not that the positioning really matters, since this is Lockout. First to 13. Peter in the top right corner of your screen, now going for this punch seesaw's goal, which is to touch the opposite end, return to start, and then finish with over 30 seconds left on the timer. So it takes lots of precision, lots of good collision, helpful collision, to maintain speed and not fall out. I don't see too much on this card that has to do with bonus stages. One of the goals we have is finish in the goal on, I think it was 5 bonus stages. And there's another one that's like perfect clear a set amount of bonus stages. I should explain perfect clears. That is simply when you collect every banana on a stage and then finish in the goal. If the stage has one, the announcer will just say perfect. And that is considered a perfect clear. And it's really neat to see in Bingo because it's not something you ever get to see in your regular speedruns of this game. You know, we don't care about bananas normally. They don't help us go faster. Slosh doing a very precise setup for this thin wire on a choice, which is stage 11 of SMB1 normal. It has a green goal on it. This green goal, you may notice it's a different color than most of the other goals, which are blue. This green goal will skip a stage. It actually skips 2 stages in this instance. And so it's pretty fast to do. Skipping stages, of course, is fast, but it's very difficult. There is a texture setup that makes it a bit easier. Looks like Deadline leaving Dark Banana mode, Twin Basin proving a big challenge. Thinks his time is better spent elsewhere. Now in SMB1 Casual, I wonder... I think he would be going for clear all 3 exams. There are 3 stages in this game. They are named Exam A, Exam B, and Exam C. Exam A is in SMB1 Casual, Exam B, as I mentioned earlier, is in SMB1 Normal, and Exam C is in SMB1 Expert. So if one player completes all 3 exams, they will be able to mark off that objective. And there's Peter getting that punch seesaw's goal done. Team Rollvasion has now taken a 6-5 lead over Team Freeiff. Freeiff. The more I say it, the more glad I am that they chose that as their team name.
It's kind of weird. Ready? Go!
Also, if there are any donations or anything, feel free to just interrupt me at any point. I can keep talking forever.
So far, sadly, there are no more donations, but I do want to remind people that we are raising money for Doctors Without Borders. And right now, Team 17 has agreed to match $500 of donations. So the next $500 that comes in will essentially be $1,000 for Doctors Without Borders. So please,
that's huge.
Consider dropping in. You can get a lot of neat prizes. We still have several bid wars open, and we really want to just make this happen and hit 2K today.
What is petresing doing? Is there? Collect 100 bananas on 4 stages. That's it. Okay. So I saw Peter take the thinnest wire on tiers, which is an extremely difficult thing to do, and he nailed it. And then go to collect some bananas, and I was confused because I didn't see a lot of banana collecting goals, but I glossed over collect 100 bananas on 4 stages. These must, of course, be 4 unique stages. So we know Peter has done at least 1. It's really difficult for me to keep up with a lot of these counting goals just because I'm trying to watch 4 perspectives, so I couldn't possibly keep track of everything. But good to know that that is a goal that petresing is working on as he goes towards some of these other objectives as well. Deadline, meanwhile, escaping SME1 casual, going to SME1 normal, probably going for exam B. Likely does not know that Slosh is here. Slosh about to get this exam B goal done. So Peter has to make sure he does not take any warp goals. Remember when I talked about that green goal earlier? There are also red goals, so green and red goals will skip stages and are known as warp goals. But this objective is to complete SMB2 Expert 21 through 30 warpless. So Peter is not allowed to skip any stages in this section. The only stage he actually has to worry about is 8 bracelets, which comes toward the end. I believe it's level 29 in SMB2 Expert. He has to make sure he takes the blue goal there. If he does that, he should be good. Nobody is even close. Nobody else is even an SME2 expert to snipe this from him, so he will be alright as long as he remembers not to warp. Another thing that's important is if these players are in a challenge mode category, those being, again, casual, normal, expert, or master for SME1 or SME2, they cannot pause and select a retry, because in challenge mode, if you retry, it retries the entire mode. So you start over from level 1. However, in story mode and the special modes, if you retry, it only restarts the stage you're on. And so it can be really easy to get into the habit of retrying if you're playing story mode or special mode, and then just instinctually retry when playing a challenge mode and restart the whole challenge. It's one of the most annoying things about switching between modes in this game. But something to be very cognizant of if you're playing a bingo, because I don't think I need to explain how much time lost that would be. iswimfly, this is a pretty good normal run. SMB2 normal run for iswimfly, like... he's just going fast. There's not much else to say. He's just going fast. Gonna complete SMB2 normal extra here pretty soon.
He is using Sonic. You gotta go
It's
fast.
true. Red Sonic as well. These skins, by the way, that I talked about earlier, were designed by Deadline. Went and recolored some of the skins specifically for this marathon, so we could have some red and teal characters. Shout out to Deadline. See Slosh in SMB1 Casual, presumably also going for complete all 3 exams, also getting some perfect clears by perfect clearing this bonus stage. I have no idea who's closest to completing this perfect clear 10 stages goal, actually. That'll be interesting. Alright, so we are coming up, I believe right now, on 8 bracelets for Peter. Yes. Let's see if he remembers to go in the blue goal. I hope he does. This is in the... ooh, that's good. Yeah, wow, incredible. Incredible strat. That looked like he got a little bit too much hype off of that first scoop, but was able to bounce on a later ring and end up exactly in the blue goal. That was a really fantastic save. Some people do that strat on purpose. That didn't look as controlled as people who normally do it on purpose. I'm not quite sure. Regardless of if it was a save or not, it was extremely skillful, and he has completed SMB2 Expert 21 through 30 Warpless. So we are now 8-6 in favor of Team Rollvasion, with Deadline on Exam C.
I have to tell you, I'm watching Deadline right now, and I can just feel my anxiety climbing every time Roach dead.
Yes, Exam C is an infamous level. It was actually nerfed in Banana Mania because it was too hard in SMB1. It was a big gatekeeper for a lot of people, but Deadline has completed it. So it looks like he didn't go get Exam B, so cannot mark off to clear all 3 exams. But I do see SMB1 Expert 31 through 40, and a 41 through 50 Warpless on here, so that's probably what Deadline is going toward. And with nobody else there right now, Deadline has a huge head start on that, so can potentially get 2 goals for Team Freeiff. Oh, perfect clear fall down and clear right side twin cross are both on the card as well. Those are both in the 20s of SMB1 Expert, so that's actually 4 goals that Deadline has a head start toward right now. That's huge. I'm surprised nobody went to SMB1 Expert earlier. Although maybe that's my bias speaking, because SMB1 stages are generally my strength, and so that's probably where I would have gone very quickly. But that's just because I would play to my strengths. That's a lot of what Banana Mania Bingo is you have to play to your strengths. Go to stages you know you are comfortable on, you know you can complete quickly, and get them done before anybody else does. Especially in Lockout. Flash, perfect clearing, ruin here, first stage of SMB1 Expert. I'm interested to see, I'm sure Slosh is going to go play Exam C regardless of what happens, just to clear all 3 exams, but I'm interested to see, they will probably exit out of SMB1 Expert once they notice Deadline click off one of these objectives. It'll be a little bit first, but also another very hard stage that Deadline is playing right now in the bottom left corner of your screen, Gears. One of my favorite stages, incredible movement stage, but very hard. SMB1 Expert has lots of thin rails. So many of them. Especially in the beginning. I'd like to point out the next stage that Deadline will be playing after completing Destruction is Invasion. Actually part of Team Rollvasion's name. But it's one of the hardest stages. One of the hardest non-special mode stages in the game. And you'll see why. There's just so many bumpers here, and especially on this last portion, you have to be so precise to avoid the bumpers without falling out. petresing. Looks like he's going to try to collect 100 bananas here on Gravity Slider. Probably a good call. So we know he will have at least 2 of the 4 stages from 100 bananas. I worded that poorly. Oh, that must have been the 4th, because I just watched it get clicked off. So he must have collected 100 bananas on 4 unique stages already. By the way, these counting goals, perfect clears, collect 100 bananas on 4 stages, all that kind of thing, that is not a cumulative team effort that must be done all by one player.
I'm also seeing that the Team Freeiff did get the perfect clear on 10 stages.
You mean Team Rollvasion? That is
Team Rollvasion, because I'm looking at the wrong color.
That must have been Slosh who did that. That must be why Slosh was going sort of out of their way. Team Rollvasion actually has a big lead now with Slosh there completing all 3 exams by completing Exam C 11-7. Deadline is going to be putting in a lot of work in SMB1 Expert though to claim up to 4 goals for them. So we'll see how this shakes out. Remember, it is 1st to 13. So, Team Rollvasion is in a fantastic spot. This is going to be a really fast lockout. I just looked at the timer. I'm sure we've seen a lot of this in this bingo.
We're not even halfway on the estimate.
No, we're not.
Getting so bad.
I'm sure we've seen that a lot in this Bingothon and previous events, just because, the randomness of the bingo card, sometimes it can give you an absolutely awful card. While we were while we were recording submission videos, English is my first language, I promise, we had a couple of lockouts that took, you know, upwards of 50 minutes, so that, our estimate is not uncalled for. But this one's gonna be quick. So petresing going to clear Dark Banana mode now. He is one of the better players at Dark Banana mode, so this shouldn't be too much of an issue for him. What else is here? I see folders touch every folder and finish over 45 seconds. That is a very new addition to this bingo card. I think Swimfly is going toward that right now for Team Freeiff, because it is in Casual Extra.
We do have a question in the chat asking if the bingo generator has any card balancing.
I don't think so. We are not the most experienced in generating bingo cards. We just make a list and throw it in the card. But that's definitely something we could look into. Super Monkey Ball Bingo is pretty new, relatively speaking. This game, Banana Mania, just came out in October of last year, so this game is very new. SMB2, of course, is not very new, but that's where this bingo concept for Monkey Ball started. But even then, we've only been playing bingo for, what, 2 years? And not for the entirety of that 2 years. It has definitely seen some lulls. It got more popular when this game came out, because this game just has so much more content. Wow! iswimfly barely finishing folders while touching every folder in over 45 seconds. Fantastic save. And now, running away from SMB2 Casual, nothing left to complete there. That's big, that's a big one to get. And now going into Deluxe mode to go get Perfect Clear Deluxe Catwalk. Oh, they could make this comeback. This might be really close. Because remember, Deadline is about to get probably 4 goals for Team Freeiff. Perfect Clear Fall Down, which is coming up very soon. Clear Right Side Twin Cross, which is also coming up very soon. Complete Expert 31 through 40, and Complete SMB1 Expert 41 through 50 Warpless. Super high value route right now. Slosh is gonna try to race him for it, but if I were in Slosher's position, I think that, because you only need 2 more goals to win, I think that I would just try to play as fast as possible, completely forego Perfect Clear Fall Down or Clear Right Side Twin Cross, and just try to blitz Complete SMB1 Expert 31 through 40 or 41 through 50 Warpless. Even then, it still might not work. Meanwhile, Fall Down has been perfect cleared. It's a really unique stage, because you have to get a lot of bananas while falling. Not many stages in the game have that. So that's why we made it a bingo goal. Oh, okay, yeah, Slosh exiting out. Going to Deluxe mode to try to get Perfect Clear Deluxe Catwalk. This is interesting. I don't know how well-versed Swimfly is in this mode, so despite Slosh starting later, Slosh could maybe beat iswimfly to Catwalk. Slosh has a pretty good time in Deluxe mode. So this will be interesting to see. This is... yeah. Chad is saying this is going to be close. This is absolutely going to be very close. Remember, it doesn't matter like what kind of bingo people get. It's just about completing these objectives before the other team. Position of the goals on the card does not matter. It is first to 13 objectives. Dark Banana mode has been completed. So Team Rollvasion needs 1 more to win. It's gonna come down to Slosh and iswimfly. Whoever gets this Perfect Clear Deluxe Catwalk goal, I think, is going to win. Deadline has the rest of SMB1 Expert locked down. Nobody's beating them to that. I think Peter is going to try out of lack of other things to do, but it's... yeah, it's not gonna happen. This is... Y'all have been treated to a really good bingo match. I'm actually really happy that this is what we got for the marathon.
Fast and furious.
Sometimes we get bingo matches that are kind of a wash. Not too often. I'm really glad this isn't one of those. All comes down to, can Slosh beat iswimfly to catwalk? It's not just beating them to catwalk. It's you have to perfect clear it. For those who aren't familiar with that stage, it is basically a big square, and each side of the square is a thin rail. And to perfect clear it, you have to play all of those rails, and one of them you have to play twice in order to get over to the goal. And you'll see more what I'm talking about when they get there. This will be very interesting. I do think that Swimfly might have the advantage on performing the goal itself. Probably can't get there quite as quickly as Slosh can, but I think Swimfly has more experience actually performing that bingo goal than Slosh does. But it is not an easy goal to complete. petresing in SMB1 Expert. Not going to be able to do much here, but I respect it. We're Slosh going for fast gutter. This is a really hard falling strat, especially... I think that was second try? That's pretty good. Even if it was third try, that's pretty good. That's a hard strat. It's almost a blind falling strat. So... having the guts to go for that in a situation like this and nailing it, I have a lot of respect for that. Good stuff.
Chat, don't forget to support the runners and support the marathon here by donating. Right now, Team 17 is still matching $500 worth of donations, and we are $48 away from 2,000. Wouldn't it be cool to hit the 2,000 right as deadline pulls off the comeback? I think it would be. Help us out?
That'd be huge, yeah. Can we get to 2,000 before the end of this run? I think so. I've certainly seen more difficult donation goals achieved. So, looks like iswimfly is on stage, I think this is 16? Yeah, stage 16 deluxe mode. Whereas Slosh is on stage 14. They're pretty close. Viewer Field is a long stage, and it looks like iswimfly is playing it a safer way. Whereas Slosh knows the really fast strat. We'll see if they go for it. So that could be a potential time save, of course. Potential ground to make up. I don't remember exactly what level Catwalk is in Deluxe mode, but I know they're getting close. It's in this background. The way these stages are structured in Deluxe mode... I should back up a little bit. Super Monkey Ball Deluxe is a game that combines Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 with some exclusive stages. It was released for Xbox and PlayStation 2. In this game, Deluxe mode is a collection of the stages exclusive to Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, so there are 46 of them. And these stages are ordered... They are in the order that they appear in Deluxe's Ultimate mode. Ultimate mode in Deluxe is like one big challenge mode where you play everything in one session. So beginner, advanced, which are called casual and normal in this game, expert and master, back to back to back to back. SMB1 and SMB2 and the extras. All of that combined, it features 300 levels in total. It's an awesome category.
And there's the 31 to 40 for Team Freeiff.
Yes, there it is. I suppose one way that Deadline could choke this is by accidentally taking a warp pull. Because remember, the set must be completed warply. And iswimfly is now on Catwalk. Slosh will be getting there very soon. What I was getting at is we are in the beginner portion still of Deluxe mode. So these stages appear in beginner in Ultimate mode. In the original release of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. Oh, Swimfly might have this in the bag. That was very skillful to finish that first thin wire. There is a setup for that thin wire. If you hold the manual camera exactly down, it will lock in place, and you've seen these players do this. Oh, Swimfly falls off! That could be huge. That could be the difference. No, Slosh falls off too! So what they're doing is they're holding the manual camera down to lock it in place, and then holding upright, and that will always get them across that first wire. And then you're seeing both players do this. They're trying to keep the camera locked and then make it back across that thin wire. So then they don't have to worry about it anymore. They only have to worry about the second thinnest wire at the end. Remember, this is perfect clear, so they must collect every banana, or in this case, every ring, on the stage. And then finish in the goal. Not an easy thing to do with how thin these rails are. It really does just come down to this, because Deadline did not take the rings warp goal, will complete 41 through 50 warpless. Whoever gets this catwalk goal first wins it for their team. Slosh is struggling a lot with getting back on this wire. It's certainly not easy. Not an easy thing to do. I really can't understate. Slosh now doing the safer option of going around, and then I wonder if they will opt to come back. Oh, this could be it. Swimfly stabilizing on this wire. Oh, the camera's fighting him. Can he do it? He's got about 20 seconds left before the timer runs out. It should be enough, but he can't really waste too much time. Oh no, he falls off at the very end. This is ridiculous. Meanwhile, Deadline has completed SME1 Expert 41 through 50 warpless. It's down to the wire. We are 12 to 12. This is awesome. Wow. I Swimfly gets back across. No? Okay. Slowed down, I think, a lot earlier than he intended to. That'll happen. It's really easy to start anticipating the ending, and you know, you don't want to have too much speed going into the ending, because then you'll fly off the edge of the platform. But if you slow down too early, then you're probably just gonna fall off. Ooh, interesting decision from iswimfly. Keeping the camera locked, keeping it held exactly down to lock it in place. That might be the difference. That might be all he needs. Ready, go! Yep, lines up perfectly with the texture here. That's probably gonna do it. If this goes straight in the goal, which it probably will. What? It bonked the— oh my gosh, I did not think that was gonna bonk. It bonked the goalpost. Wow, I cannot believe that. This is absurd. I can only wonder what they're saying to their teammates. And what their teammates are saying to them.
I'm pretty sure it's words we cannot use on this channel.
Probably is. At least in some capacity. Yeah, Swimfly is consistently getting back across the thinnest wire. It's got to be just a matter of time, right?
I would say that, but on the other hand, we've all seen bingos go just a little bit off the rails.
Was that pun intended? That was good.
I'm not saying it was, and I'm not saying it wasn't, because if I did it unintentionally, no one will ever know.
Oh. Can Swimfly do it? Is this it? There it is.
Yes! That is it!
That is
What a comeback!
13 goals completed for Team Freeiff. Wow. And it all came down to one final goal. It was 12 to 12. They were both on the final level. Incredible. Slosh was actually on the last rail themselves. Incredible bingo match. Nobody should be upset about how that went.
Absolutely brilliant. Get those GGs out, chat. Get those dollars out for Doctors Without Borders. What
I was
a
about
match.
to say, that's got to be worth a donation. I don't know what else would be. That was so good.
Just incredible.
Are we gonna invite them back in the live channel? I don't know how we're doing this.
One moment.
I think if they want to, I would be happy to. We do have some time. They finished, 20 minutes under estimate.
Alrighty.
Everyone's back in here.
Wow.
That was
What a
maybe
match.
the best bingo game we've ever had.
Absolutely the same thing.
Okay, Slosh, I have to know, did I snipe you on folders?
No.
Okay, because
I
we were
was-
at the end.
I
there,
was
we were
chasing
terrified.
Deadline and SMB1 Expert.
Did you
Oh,
two get
okay.
sniped a bunch? Because I thought I was like exactly where I need to be in many places, and I felt great about some of the things I got early on.
Slosh definitely sniped Deadline. I'll let you do the talking for our SMB one.
Yeah, no, Slosh tripped me up so much early on. I wanted to do something different. I was tempted to go for SMB1 Expert early on because that's something I usually do, but I wanted to try to go for Dark Banana instead. That ended up not working out, so I had to reroute, and I tried going for the exams instead. But by that point, Slosh had already, had momentum with that, and I got sniped out of the exams and the perfect clears. That I lost so much time to those, but
I mean,
That's rough.
y'all were behind 7-11 and ended up winning.
That
was
was
crazy, yeah.
terrifying.
Huge comeback.
yeah, there were so many goals in SME1 Expert. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to try to go for exams. I need to get started on Expert.
And that
Yeah.
ended up being a really good call. Your decision to go there when you did is what helped you win the game, for sure.
I've never.
I'm surprised nobody went there earlier. That was really high value. It was 4 goals.
I
Yeah.
called it out a little early, but I went into SMB2 because that's my safe area. I had been practicing the World 4 goals. That complete triangle was using the rails second try.
You got
first
that
try
so
with
quick.
Camlock.
That was
I was so
awesome.
happy.
You nailed
That-
it.
I was
so
practicing
quick.
on the Camlock
Not
for a
only did
while.
you get that so quickly, you got Beehive really quickly too.
Yeah,
You know what's
those are
awesome,
those
though?
were two that I was practicing.
What's awesome?
I did not try triangles because I was practicing it earlier, and it took me 10 tries to get. And then, wow, I just watched how quickly you got that, and I felt so good for not even trying. Ooh. Oh, did I snipe anyone in SMB1 Master?
You
Master, yeah.
Yeah, you
We were
sniped me
together.
from Bridge Master.
Yeah. You clicked off Stamina Master intended, and I was like, okay. And then I rushed to finish the perfect clears and finishing up SMB1 Master after that.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
absolutely sniped me from that. No, well played.
That was
Yeah,
such
no,
a bad
I was there from the
game.
beginning, but I suck at SMB1 Master, so. The only reason I beat you at Stamina Master is because I didn't try.
So was I alone screwing up DX Catwalk at the end?
No, I was on the last wire 3 times.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should have
You
been
saw.
nervous to imply. Slosh was there.
You two were both.
Me.
You two were both there for 5 minutes.
That's
I collected
insane.
all the
It
bananas
was
and
it was
died.
awesome.
I collected every
Stressful.
banana and died once. I collected every banana, then hit the goalpost a second time.
know. I saw
God.
I was so upset.
I had to play the first try. I had to play the stage twice because of getting off center from my normal route. Usually I go across, I do the camlock strat and then camlock back to the start. But I got off center because I jiggled the goal tape and had to go all the way around and then went all the way back around and died on the last wire.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad that came down to that. It was that close then. It literally came down to the wires.
No, it was epic. It
Yeah.
came down to the wires, literally.
Unintended.
I don't think anybody has anything to be upset about. That was an incredible.
No, that
No,
was
great.
Yeah,
beautiful.
no.
That was
I'm like-
awesome.
I'm kind of embarrassed that I had to dip out of Dark Banana, but I hit Dark Banana Centrif IL on my first attempt, so that's
awesome.
Oh, wow.
that's my peak for this run.
I didn't even notice that. Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Oh, we
man.
thought that you were going to be popping off.
I was so
That's
proud of that.
incredible. That's such a
Yeah.
hard strat.
It is. Ah. That was a really
There
good
was a lot
match.
going on.
There
Yeah,
was.
there was a
That
lot
was
going
there's
on.
so
so
much.
much.
Yes.
My mind was racing that entire time.
But yeah, mine too. Trying to keep up with everything was rough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was really fun though.
Yeah,
Um,
super fun.
Shout out to Bingothon for having us and for setting all this up. It's not easy to set up a four-person
huge-
bingo. That's a hard thing to do. I have a lot of
huge
experience.
shout-outs.
Shout out to Midwest Speedfest hosting speedrun marathons. Yeah, it's hard to do.
Mhm.
Takes a lot of work.
Yeah, for real. This has been a real fun experience. I'm glad we got to showcase this run for this game. It's so much fun.
It's so good. Yeah, this game is hugely popular for bingo just because of all the content it has and all the different places you can go. You know, story mode, all the 5 special modes, all 4 challenge modes in SMB1 and SMB2. There's just so much.
Yeah, that's another thing to note. We
Perfect
only
clears.
got one singular complete a world goal. I mean, we got a few complete categories.
Yeah.
If you saw the SMB1 experts and the SMB2 normal extra that I did, we only got like one actual story mode world. There are times where the card
That's
will
a
give
good
us like
point.
5. We got a really
Yeah.
balanced card. That's another thing that like is really worth noting here. This card is incredibly balanced for like everything. Special modes. There were two special modes in there with the X mode and Dark Banana. There's so much else that really we got to show off here. So I'm super happy with this card, the way that everyone played. I really liked all this.
Yeah,
For
this
chat's-
is really fun.
For chat's reference, we have, you see complete world 1 there. We have that for all 10 story mode worlds. We only got world 1. By the way, also just something I want to mention. These Bingothon layouts are awesome. Shout out to whoever made these. These are really nice.
Yeah.
I'm tuned in.
I was gonna say the
Super
same
excited.
thing. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
So our 4 competitors, where can these wonderful people find you on the internet? I guess we'll go in order of Discord again. So Deadline, you start.
You can find me on Twitter and Twitch. My Twitter handle is at Deddorain, DEDDORAIN, and then you can find me on Twitch at Deadline SMB. I usually stream Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. I've recently started a new indie marble roller called Polygon, and I intend on exploring that game some more. So I'll be playing around with some of that on stream as well. So yeah, Swim, where can they find you?
You can find me over on my Twitch page. I see it linked in the chat right now. iswimfly556. Twitter, iswimfly556 as well. And then over on YouTube, just iswimfly. I currently just upload world records that I have, or just good PBs for Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. But I do plan on making some unique content for that as well, like some challenge runs, getting out some information about this game that the most people that don't really speedrun it don't really get to see all that much of. So definitely take a look over there. You're going to start to see content flow out there soon. And yeah, how about you, Peter?
Oh, hi. Yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/petresing. Do a lot of Monkey Ball speedrunning like this, mainly. So yeah, check it out. Slosh?
You can find me on Twitch and YouTube at /W. I mostly stream and upload Banana Mania, Rolled Out, which is another indie marble roller. And I've been streaming and uploading some Sonic Mania and plan on playing some Sonic Origins as well. And then you can find me on Twitter at SlosherWailord.
And even though I was just a commentator, I do run this game quite a bit. You can find me at Helix13_ on all platforms, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. Is that one more thing? Run this video game, play this video game. We do have a Discord server. If you go to speedrun.com/SMBBM, there's a link there. Of course, that's where our leaderboards are as well. A bunch of people are in this Discord server, all 5 of us. We'd be happy to help you learn anything about this game. So
Absolutely.
you can get into some runs, maybe get into some bingo.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Bingothon, for
so
having
much.
us.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
Thanks, Bingothon.
Keep donating.
Thank you all.
Keep
That was
donating.
an absolutely
Keep
beautiful
close to
run.
2K. Keep going.
Doctors Without Borders, also known internationally by our French name Médecins Sans Frontières, or MSF, is an independent medical humanitarian organization. Founded in 1971, MSF won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1999. Today we have some 33,000 staff on the ground in roughly 70 countries. We work in communities affected by war, natural disasters, disease outbreaks, chronic neglect, and other crises. We treat people based on medical needs alone, regardless of race, religion, or political affiliation. On any given day, we assist patients who have no other access to healthcare services. Our medical teams can offer critical services such as surgery, maternal care, vaccinations, and mental health counseling. When people are forced from their homes, we focus on treating illnesses and injuries. We work to prevent disease outbreaks in refugee camps and other settlements. We treat malnutrition and the consequences of sexual violence. Our advocacy message is always the same. People at risk should be able to access health care, and medical workers, even in active conflict zones, must be able to provide it. And life-saving medicines and vaccines must be affordable and accessible to the people who need them most. The ongoing support of our donors, together with the profound commitment of our aid workers, will allow MSF to provide independent and impartial assistance to people in crises for a long time to come. We know that the future holds many challenges for people around the world, but we also know what's possible when we go where we're most needed with the materials we need to deliver life-saving medical care.